One. Go for it.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Nerdy or Die Reviews here again.
I'm Hayden.
I'm Josh.
And
bringing you, we are
back. We're here.
I was thinking of a clever name, but I couldn't. We are here. That's who we are.
That's all you need to know. We're here.
Bringing you another What Did You Read Wednesday weekly comic book review for today.
The 19th.
The 19th of March.
Right.
And what did you think of this week? Good stuff?
This was a really solid and diverse week for me.
Yeah, it was a very diverse week. I had a bunch of random stuff.
We'll come back to that all we read in just a second. Why don't we start with the one thing we read in common this week? Superman Unchained number 6 by Scott Snyder and Jim Lee.
Wait, what is this comic?
Superman Unchained. I know, it's been like 2 months?
2 months since this comic has came out?
The last one was December 31st. So,
was the wait worth it?
I feel overall, yeah. I kind of breezed through this issue. It did not take me that long to read.
No, same. It's very, very small issue.
I will say I do like, what I like about Jim Lee's art in this issue, it feels like a big action movie.
Yeah.
It's like Jim Lee draws like what could be great posters.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, right there. Like, see, right here. That looks like a freaking poster to me. That is beautiful. His art is great.
Mm-hmm.
I just like his tendency to he relies on a lot of like big one pages or splash pages
that take up a lot of stuff. But so what's been going on in this?
That's a great question.
To refresh your memory, the last issue 5, we saw a very, very big trouble for Superman and the whole world because, what was it, like 500 and something?
Oh, he gave 919.
919 missiles were launched. Nuclear missiles were launched across the world, and it's up to Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and I guess Wraith.
Yeah, kind
of. To save the day.
Except we're starting to see, because they introduced Wraith to be like the big anti-Superman.
Yeah.
We're finally starting to see this conflict play out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to this final fight.
I am too. Lois Lane plays a big part in this too. Without her, I don't think it would have been saved.
No,
today.
I don't think this series would be as good without Lois. Lois is as heroic as Superman is.
Mm-hmm.
It's phenomenal. I think Wraith has the potential to be such a great character.
I do too. We don't see Luthor in this character.
I am
in this issue.
Ticked off about that.
I am too.
That's the big plot thread I want to get resolved.
Right, because I don't know what General Lane's doing.
No.
Or whatnot.
There is, however, a big. We're not going to show you. There is a huge cliffhanger
involving Sir Bat.
Some Dark Knight that I don't think any of you have ever heard of.
Yeah, probably not.
He sucks. Overall, I'd give it a 7. There's
I agree with that.
A lot of room for improvement, but pretty fun to read. Go for it.
Let's go with Thor God of Thunder, number 20, but it's the Last Days of Midgard Part 2. This whole storyline is revolved around 2 Thors, present day Thor and old King Thor. And present day Thor is basically in a battle in a company called Roxxon, which is
big energy
conglomerate. And then old Thor is in a battle with Galactus, the Planet Eater.
Big deal.
Yeah. So I can't really explain to you guys what went on in this issue without spoiling big stuff. Just know that the Thor and Galactus fight is going to be freaking awesome, and the present day fight is actually going to be awesome. It's not what you think it is. It involves a lot more than that. I'm just going to flash a picture real quick. Yes, that is a Minotaur, and I'm not going to tell you what is going on with that. Overall, this issue was really good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Thor and Jason Aaron's writing, and the art has been really great too. So I give this issue a 6. A good issue, nerdy.
Has room for improvement.
Yeah, agreed.
Alrighty. Today I got the Marvel Now relaunch I've been looking forward to most. Daredevil #1 by Mark Waid and Chris Samnee. I bandwagoned on that series so hard.
Yeah, I know you did.
Actually, he helped me finish the run, but I started following this about a year ago when I heard they relaunched, and this is great. Matt Murdock, because of some events in the last volume, has to relocate to San Francisco. It's like they make mention in this issue, it's like how freaking used to New York City Murdock is. So how out of his element he is in San Fran. There's this great new status quo. The art is beautiful. There's this great plot, great everything.
What does he think about San Fran?
I mean, he actually lived there before. I didn't know that.
No idea.
Mark Waid's pretty good about remembering old stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10.
Really?
It was that good.
I'm definitely going to have to read that.
You are more than welcome to borrow it from me.
Nerdy on Daredevil.
Nerdy Daredevil. Go for it.
Just in time for St. Patty's Day, a couple days ago, actually, is Samurai Jack. And I know that this is The Scotsman, which is in Irish, but this issue revolves around some evil leprechauns. Samurai Jack is so fun. It's such a fun comic. And The Scotsman is actually a Scots lady in this issue due to, he's still a Scotsman, but due to some leprechaun magic, he's a Scots lady. And in the end, Samurai Jack turns into Samurai Jacqueline.
Oh my god.
So the next issue, the Scotswoman and Samurai Jacqueline will fight these evil leprechauns. This was such a fun issue. It really was.
Such a fun book.
Oh, it really is. It continued. I mean, if you love Samurai Jack the cartoon, this will do it complete justice.
Tell me, did you read any bit of the Scotsman's dialogue in his voice?
Yes, you have to.
You have to.
Faster than you can say John Swift's swollen super, we know him, had to stop him. Like, you have to do it, M's got it. I give this issue a 7 out of 10. It was so fun. It was a really good issue.
Good fan service?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. Speaking of things I've been looking forward to for a long time, Batman and Aquaman, formerly Batman and Robin, number 29. The start of the Hunt for Robin. Yep.
Oh, they're finding a new Robin? Or, I mean, they've been teaming up, right? Well, they've been teaming up with different people?
This is the arc where he's going to start. They've been in a Two-Face arc since.
Right, yeah.
So they've been building to this whole confrontation with Ra's al Ghul to take back Damian's body. Because Ra's stole it.
Uh-huh.
And they're hinting that Ra's is going to try and Lazarus Pit Damian.
And bring him back evil?
That's what we're thinking.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I don't know what they're going to do. We know that some big event is coming out of Batman and in July. So we don't know the extent yet. But anyway, I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself.
So how's the fish out of water in this issue?
Stop that. No, this was beautiful.
Really?
I will gleeful. I just read Throne of Atlantis the other day, so it got me in the mood for a Batman and Aquaman team up. They worked so well.
There's Trident in this, man. It's like
freaking huge.
Yeah, it's a lot different.
It's Pat Gleason artwork, man. Look at that Trident. It's like a freaking rake. But they're both kind of the more violent members of the team, other than Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
They work so well together. I don't know what it is, but
are they just fighting random villains?
Batman's piloting a sub on his way to go find Ra's, and then Aquaman shows up.
Okay.
And then they have to fight an army of something I don't want to say on here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't want to say it on here because it's a big emotional punch. But we do get to see Aquaman summon a giant whale.
That's always
Which is always fun. I'm giving this a pretty good, a solid 8 out of 10.
Right.
I'm hyped for where this is going. We got Wonder Woman next month. It's going to be fun.
You can go ahead and do 2 in a row because I only got 1 left. So we'll switch it up here.
So then I'll talk about Thunderbolts, number 23 by Charles Soule and Carlo Barberi. I don't pronounce his name. So this was what I really liked about this run of Thunderbolts is Soule has this tendency to do a lot of done-in-one stories. It's like, this issue, that's it. That's the story. There's no 2-part, this is it. So Soul had the position of Venom will be joining the Guardians of the Galaxy in May.
That'd be awesome.
I am so excited. So Soul had to send Venom away, and you know what? I will tell. This is all I'm going to tell you. The big part of the series is that each of these members gets to pick a mission to do. So Venom's mission is, I want you guys to try and take me down. The symbiote's getting out of control. You need.
Can you tell us if it goes good or bad, or is that too much of a spoiler?
Let's just say that the Thunderbolts. It's not as for them. It's not as easy as you'd think. A team with Ghost Rider, Red Hulk, Punisher, Elektra, and Deadpool. It's not as easy as you'd think. If
you're a Venom fan,
you will. If you're a Venom fan, if you're a Ghost Rider shines in this issue. He is fantastic. It's great writing. I can't recommend this series enough. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay, another 8 out of 10.
All right, go for it.
2 videos ago, our first weekly review video, I actually reviewed Nova number 14, and I actually picked up Nova number 15 because I said I was going to give it another try.
Sure.
And this issue was a good issue. It was a lot better than last week. It moved along with the story of him and Beta finally, and it had some funny moments in it with Cosmos the dog and him speaking in third person all the time.
I love Cosmo.
And had a really, really cool cliffhanger at the end. And Beta and Nova are finally going to kick some butt and team up. Actually, they're not apart. They're not doing their own separate things. They're finally fighting together in the next issue. So I'm going to pick up the next issue. Overall, this was a pretty decent issue. Nova's a fun book. It's been a fun book that I like to follow. So I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10, right above that Mortal Wound,
okay.
But right there with the iffy.
So not quite a nerdy, but not quite a Mortal
Right.
Wound. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so this week they did back-to-back issues of Superior Foes of Spider-Man. Excuse me. This is number 10 with a rotating creative team. This time this is a bunch of little stories.
Okay.
And a lot of this book for the past 10 issues, we get a lot of focus on Boomerang and the Shocker. We did have an issue about the new Beetle a couple issues ago, but for the most part, the other 3 get kind of ignored. So this is Beetle, Overdrive, and Speed Freak are all sitting. They're sitting in a bar and bragging about what their biggest win was. So, like for example, Overdrive brags about how he escaped from Hercules one time, or how Beetle got away with getting away from Daredevil, or so on and so forth. This was high quality.
Really?
As much as I said last week how on the fence I was about this series. Mm-hmm. This was fun.
Is it gonna end when Superior ends?
There's no ended solicit yet. The rumor is that it'll end at 15 in July.
Okay.
So I may follow it out. I don't know yet.
But is this one just 9 or 10?
Number 10.
5 issues?
This was fun. I give it an 8 out of 10 because they had a different creative team for each story. It's really good. Give it a try.
Nerdy on that one.
Nerdy on that. Lastly, we have the Superior Spider-Man Annual number 2 by Christos Gage and Javier Rodriguez.
Alrighty.
So I'm always hesitant about annuals.
Yeah, annuals are iffy.
I mean, DC's annuals, you usually have to read them.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're pretty iffy on that. Marvel's annuals are a little bit different because they will add some richness to the story, but you don't have to read them. So I picked this up, and this is halfway through Goblin War. And it's all about Phil Ulrich, former Hobgoblin, now the Goblin Knight, and just how much he's freaking lost it. And it's a bunch of kind of some plot threads that they're juggling over in the main title that they've brought over here. It's pretty good. The art's on point. Javier Rodriguez does a lot of fill-in for Daredevil. It's and plus the backup is all about
very bright. Everything's very bright.
Oh yeah, very bright and colorful, minimalist artwork, which I love. It's all about Phil Ulrich, and you see just an example of some art there. Phil Ulrich and his Uncle Ben. Yeah, Uncle Ben. Just their whole role and all that's going on.
Man.
Yeah, I know, right? It's all that's going on with Goblin War. It's a great supplement to Goblin War. So if you're picking up Goblin War, pick this up too. I'll give this a 7 out of 10. It's not necessary to read, but it's fun nonetheless.
So this week we had nothing under a 5.
No, we had one close to a mortal wound, but
overall, this is a really good week in comics. The weeks have been really, everything's been good the past month.
We haven't really had a bad week yet.
No, and I'm enjoying that.
Let's hope this continues.
Yeah, let's hope so.
So for What Did We Read This Week Wednesday, I'm Hayden.
I'm Josh.
And we will see you next week.
We are here.